up with y'all? Jay Nancy 361. Figure I'll go ahead and do a video for the simple fact is that this truck industry, as we know, is struggling. Mother truck. So for all those who's going to get into the trucking industry and become a CDL driver, Class A, it's a lot of things that you need to know. Alright? A whole lot of things you need to know. Other than fanning your brakes, going slow on the turn, when to switch gears before going up a hill, and when to switch gears going down a hill, not to be on cruise control in any weather other than a sunny day, right? And knowing how to use your J-brake thoroughly, right? Not to mention no hands-free, with the device. So now, since we cover the basis of trucking, let's go on to the part that's a little more competitive, should I say. So first off, they've taken what truckers were supposed to get years ago. All right, I've been a trucker for 6 years, and ever since I got into the trucking, ever since I became a truck driver, a trailer hauler, some people might say, I learned that while working for Western Express, which is a very revolving door company, they was giving me pennies on the dollar. But just starting off, as every trucker, we know that we gotta have at least 6 months to a year over the road. That's mandatory. You gotta have 6 months to a year over the road. If you can do a year over the road, you pretty much is good. And that's with just one company. If you can have a year over the road with one company, you should be good. And I'm gonna throw this in there too, because it's a lot of truckers, who may just leave in prison. There's a lot of truckers that just started late, and there's a lot of truckers who young that's figured that they don't want to listen to nobody else, so they become a trucker, because it's the only thing between you is basically the highway. And the only time you deal with people, and this is if you're not a people person, the only time you deal with people is when you're picking up and when you're dropping off. Those are the only time you deal with people, right? Other than dealing with other truckers at a truck stop. And that just basically just being cordial. And even when you're picking up these loads, it just being cordial. You know what I mean? So my whole point is this. My whole point is, since they taken what truckers are supposed to get, because the market is, we going through a recession. Since they taken what truckers are supposed to get, they try to go ahead and capitalize off them extra dollars. From the broker to the company you work for, they trying to capitalize off that dollar. It's not necessarily the shippers, unless you're dealing with a company like ABF or something like that. If you're dealing with ABF, then you know it's a trucking company with inside itself. So you pretty much don't have nothing to worry about. But my point is that they're taking from every truck driver, right? And now they're getting to the point whereas they want to take your benefits. Are they taking your benefits? They don't want to pay for your benefits, which is totally illegal. If you're a W-2 employee, you know, you should have benefits, right? Which is also totally illegal to go ahead and have people running under 1099s, right? But still trying to tell them where they need to be at, when they can take a break, and how they should do their job. As a 1099, you basically a self-contractor, which means is that hey, they can say, hey, go, we need you to go pick up this load. It needs to be picked up by this time frame, and you're going to be getting X amount of dollars, or 15%, 30%, which that's what they're doing right now. They're giving you percentage. They ain't even giving you CPMs, which is cent per mile. They're not doing that anymore. They're giving you a percentage, right? Which another thing that they're doing, they not sending you to Raycom, and they want to, and everything that they're doing off of it's at your expense, but everything they have is because they don't want to spend a lot of money, so they have all these low quality apps that they running that they want you to use, and they get mad at you because they not getting the information correctly, because the information off these Bojangle apps is freaking bone-jangly. You understand what I'm saying? So them janky apps is one thing, and yet they're not paying you your full price, and yet they want you to do all this extra stuff. Like they want you to take pictures of loads. They want you it's not the fact that you already have 2 job titles that you have to do, which is secure the load and to drive that load to the destination safely, on top of the federal guidelines. You got to stay within those federal guidelines to make sure that you are in compliance. You have some companies that actually want you to fall outside their compliant list, outside the FMCS compliant list, which which going to be a point against you and the company if they was to get caught. But hey, who's going to tell, right? They asking you to do it. That's what they want you to do, and at the end of the day, if it happens, it happens. Oh well. So I say all that just to say that there's a recession going on. They cheating us up out of our funds. They cheating us up outside our benefits, and yet they want you to they want to go ahead and put their idle threats out there like you're a company driver. No, motherfucker, I'm a contractor driver for you guys. You guys contracted me within your company, but yet that's all I am. There's nothing great, nothing more than that, you know. Which I'm kind of glad. I just seen a freaking ATS, I believe. ATS. I just got off the phone with ATS. I was gonna go with ATS because you know it seemed like they had some good things going on. But yet there's some stuff about ATS too that bojangly, you know. So only thing about them is that I like the fact that they're only $500 a week for the tractor. You know, you're not paying for the trailer. That's the only thing about them, right? And they want to 1099 you because yet they try to. It's like I said, it's another company that's trying to figure out a way just to go ahead and take. They're not giving, right? Western Express. When I started with Western Express, they paid me 26 cents a mile. And like I said, I've been driving for 6 years, and that was like my first year. That was like my first not even 90 days. It was a day short of 90 days. I worked with Western Express, right? I won't go back there, not at all. No, I won't. You know. And it's crazy because they had a flatbed division, and I was thinking about going to flatbed. I was like, nah, I'm not going. I'm not even being a part of them because at the time they wanted me to pay for my own imagine this: you're a rookie. You're a rookie trucker. You're working for a company, and they want you to pay for your own scales, right? And yet they try to tell you that the loads that you got is not overweight, but they were overweight because it clearly shows on the scale. Then they get mad if you're not making these appointments. Then they go ahead and say, well, why you didn't make the appointments? And then when you're corresponding with these with the consignee, I had a consignee throw me up under the bus, which I'm fine with that, because it gave me the experience to where what I know now. So thank you so much for lying, throwing me up under the bus, even though I talked to you early that morning, 7 o'clock that morning, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock that morning, and even at 11 o'clock that morning, and told you that I'm not going to get there until 12 o'clock, after 12 o'clock. Leaving from one area of Los Angeles to downtown Los Angeles, which basically said it was going to take me 2 hours to get there in LA traffic, which it took me about that time to get there. Then when I get there, you said that nobody was there, and then you said that they left at 10 o'clock. Why the hell you didn't even think about telling me that? But you expected me to sit there until 3 o'clock in the morning. No, I'm not going to sit there until 3 o'clock in the morning. You can come get this load after yours, and that's exactly what I told you. I said, unless you're going to pay me, then I'll sit here. Because other than that, my job is done. I took it from A to B. Your load was overweighted. I had to go back, which drive back to New Mexico in the middle of Timbuktu, right? They trying to make it seem like I'm incompetent as a truck driver. I'm like, no, lady, I'm looking at this paperwork and it says it's over 80,000 pounds. You gotta take off 1,500 pounds, or just take all this off. And that's what I told the lady, right? Said, because you can just take it all off. It's at the driver discretion whether or not if the driver will. Have you heard this phrase? The customer's always right. Well, in this case, the driver is always right. So if the driver don't feel safe hauling your goods, he can go ahead and just refuse and say, you know what, I refuse to take this load. Take this load back. And then the company can argue with them people about what's what, until they go ahead and figure out a way, how can we get this load so you can take this load since you're there. And then we talking negotiation. But they don't want to do that. They want to make it seem like, oh no, you got to take this load. You didn't. No, I don't got to take this load, because this load is not a safe load to take. And as soon as you take the load and you have the paperwork, you are fully responsible for that load. So no, you don't have to take that load. Understand me? See what I'm saying? So my point is, although all this stuff has went on at one point in time, that I still, I'm happy that it went the way it went. And I'm totally fine with it. I'm totally fine with any company that feel like, oh, we don't want to hire you. No problem. No problem at all. None at all. None at all. Because to tell you the truth, I was just working with this company and any other company just to go ahead and make sure that I can pay bills just like you as a company. You trying to make sure you can pay bills. And under the circumstances of paying bills, you're taking more away from me than I'm taking away from you. You understand what I'm saying? I'm only getting a small percent. I'm only getting a third of what you're getting. I'm not getting half of what you're getting. I'm not getting 50. I'm not getting 40% of what you're getting. I'm not getting 30% of what you're getting. I'm getting a third. So with a third, you don't have no say so to tell me what I need to be doing. You understand this? So I say all this just because the simple fact is that this trucking industry is going down the drain. They want every driver to pay their bills. Reminds me of a female that you don't want to be with, that you thought it was cool to be with that one time. They come to find out, he's like, I really never wanted to be with her. Now I'm stuck with her? Oh, hell no. that's what this truck industry is doing to you right now. This truck industry is trying to become your baby mama. They want you to pay all their bills, and at the end of it all, they only want to give up just a little bit. Jay Ninsky 361. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Comment down below, you know, so we can go ahead, so I can go ahead and drop some more gems for you guys out here, you know what I'm saying? This is just the one-part session. When I go ahead and re-look at this stuff, I can figure out how I really want to go ahead and make this video. Stay tuned to the recession of truck industry. I'm out.